Do your crazy fighting, Joe, that you do in the game.
Press X, press X!
Oh, smash his head against
Square,
the wall.
square, square!
What is going on YouTube? 088 here, I'm with my fiancée Carla, and we are on episode 4 of season 1 of The Last of Us. And we're going to jump into the action now. Last episode was the very lovey-dovey, gay-way episode with Bill and Frank. It was a good episode.
I liked it.
Some people calling that a masterpiece. I'm like, just chill.
I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece.
It's the greatest moment in television history. Greatest television. It's just a love story. Like, I've seen a lot of love stories.
It was well written though. Nobody can deny that.
It was well acted.
Well acted and well written, I think.
And well written, yeah.
Do you know what I heard?
I wasn't fond of the ending.
Do you know what I heard?
What's that?
The actor that played Frank, he is gay in real life.
Okay.
And his partner really struggled to see how they aged him.
Really?
In the episode. He really struggled with it because it upset him to see that.
See him getting on.
Yeah, to see. Obviously, he knows that's what it's going to be like.
That's how good that makeup was, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like them aging me and making me old.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I read.
Interesting.
His real life partner struggled with it.
See this guy in the picture right now?
He looks like Andrew Lincoln's cousin.
He does, doesn't
Or
he?
Andrew Lincoln's brother.
He looks like Rick in like season 25 on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he does. If you told me this guy was related to Andrew Lincoln, I'd be like, yeah, I see it.
But yeah, apparently he's the guy that voices Tommy's brother. I mean Joel's brother, Tommy, in the game. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But obviously he's not playing that same character here. He's playing a different character here. Kind of like some other voice actors from the game are playing different characters in the show.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, let's check it out. Episode 4, 45 minutes.
Since this show came out, I've seen loads of articles talking about fungus plague and like, could it be a real thing? And
well, I saw some David Attenborough a documentary thing about fungus on YouTube everywhere now.
And like fungus mutating and stuff.
How it gets into ants and shit and grows out of them. You get shot, rebounded, and hit her in the forehead.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
That'll be a change from the games.
Maybe she shot herself in the foot. Wait.
Let's see if anyone gets that. Why are you laughing?
Because right now, you know that bit in Superbad where Fogel gets the gun and he's like, break yourself, fool.
Is that what this reminds you?
I don't know, it just reminds me of that. Like the way she's looking and stuff. You know which bit I'm talking about, when they make him shoot the police car in Superbad?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
This bit is just reminding, the faces that she's pulling is like showing my age now, talking about Superbad.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Superbad. Seth Rogen said the other day, that he doesn't think there's any high school movie as good as Superbad yet, since.
I don't think there ever will be.
It's weird though, considering not that long ago you said Superbad was problematic now.
It can be both.
I guess. But the way you said it was like he wished he never made it, or something, you know.
Back in the day, you could go 10 hours on a tank.
You have to do this every hour?
Back in the day, we'd drive 10, 12 hours on one tank. You could go anywhere.
So where'd you go?
Damn.
Pretty much nowhere.
I'll let you siphon in the petrol.
Nice. How does that work?
It's a siphon. It's when liquid travels against gravity because pressure.
You don't know.
I know it works. No wonder.
Don't teach people how to do this, or every motherfucker will be doing it.
An algebra.
Oh yeah, I remember this in the game. But they were walking around the hotel when she was reading that book.
That was like the first time in this show that we saw her like childlike innocence a little bit.
I mean, they tried with the whole Mortal Kombat thing, but that felt forced. and some other times, but
Something. Here, this make you all nostalgic?
Hank Williams.
It's actually before my time. Winter, though.
Got something else.
Oh, I remember this bit.
Light on the reading, but it has some interesting pictures.
Oh, no. Put that back.
that's so
I
funny.
don't even walk around with that thing.
Please get rid of it.
There are horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
That's
How
so.
does he even walk around with that?
That's so
thing?
funny because
This is in the game.
yeah.
I don't know why I remembered this bit.
Of course you did. You know what's so funny is I've been watching some like reviews and stuff of other people, and people were saying they were getting upset like, oh, they removed this bit where Ellie finds Bill's gay magazines because they've already made it obvious that very obvious that he's gay in this show. So they removed this bit because it implies that Ellie's straight, you know. Because in the original game, before the DLC where it's revealed she's a lesbian, spoiler alert, people haven't seen it.
She's a lesbian.
Come on, you knew that. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so in the DLC, where before it's revealed she's a lesbian, this happens, and because she keeps trying to want him to see it, everyone just assumes she's straight, so they kept using this scene as an argument of why that lesbian scene was forced, because they made it seemed like she was, or hinted at that she would be straight, you know, because she was interested in the magazine. But they still put it in the show anyway when it's so obvious that she's going to be a lesbian, and they'll never
Also,
make her straight.
I'm straight, but if I found like a female porno mag, I'd still look at it.
There's only women in it.
Yeah,
no men in
I'd
it
still be doing what she's doing right now.
Yeah, of course. That's why they're
I'd
probably
be like,
putting it in.
literally like exactly what she's doing.
That's probably why they left it in, because it's just because she's a lesbian doesn't mean she's not going to be like curious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm straight. I'm not a lesbian, but I'd still fucking look at it. Trust me. You know, I wouldn't just be like, I can't look at that.
It's so funny. Everybody thought they removed this scene, but look, it's right.
I remember this from the game.
They've even got the same
She
music.
was even sat in the back, wasn't she, like that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, she was
She
in the
was
back.
sat
She
in
was
the
in the
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
And the music's playing everything like the same music. They could have changed the music if they wanted to, just to change it up. It's the same.
I think that argument is invalid. What you just said about
Yeah, that's
she
what I'm saying.
can't be a lesbian because she was looking at.
Yeah, that's what people used to.
But sometimes people just look at things out of curiosity, not out of.
Yeah.
I'm sexually
Aroused
attracted to
or-
this thing. Sometimes
yeah.
it's just shit like sheer curiosity, you know.
Why are all these pages stuck together? I'm just fucking with you.
Why are they alive? Sorry, that sounds really fucked up. I mean, how are they alive?
Yeah, that's a bit.
Would they still be? Or is he just imagining this? Is he just seeing what he wants to see? Would there be wild buffalo like that?
I guess so. They just live in the wild, I guess.
But what would they feed on?
Yeah, the animals aren't got cordyceps. They'll eat other animals.
But I mean,
Or they'll
surely
eat
the
grass
humans
or-
would have gone that far out and hunted.
Maybe there's no humans that can get to this area. I know obviously Joel's in there now, but like that was like special circumstances. Maybe it's just not wise to be travelling like this.
Yeah,
But
I guess you're right. If they have other things to feed on.
yeah. But I feel like those buffalo would definitely be like Joel
Skinny.
would stop and be like, oh shit, that's food right there, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, or they'd be skinny, right? They
Yeah,
wouldn't be completely
would be-
100% healthy.
I guess.
Oh look, she said she wanted to see a tank.
Mm.
What she's thinking.
Alright, that's enough for today.
Enough driving. Enough driving, does he mean?
I guess so. Would that be dangerous? Probably not.
I was just thinking in my head, I wouldn't drive in there, I'd rather sleep in the field.
Mm.
Park the car in the middle of the field where you can see things coming at you.
Mm.
I'm not going to sleep in the truck. I'd sleep in the truck.
Mm. Especially in the like flatbed bit. That-
Okay.
Slow down.
This is slow. What am I even eating?
That is 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
That guy was good.
Chef
Actually
already.
agree.
Is this from Bill? Is that Bill's food?
It's possible,
I
yeah.
guess so.
So can we start a fire?
Now, why am I going to tell you no?
Because infected will see the smoke.
No, fungus isn't that smart. This is too remote for infected anyway.
People? So what are they going to do, rob us?
Well, they'll have way more in mind than that.
Okay.
He reminded me very much of the Joel in the game then. Didn't he remind you very much of the Joel in the game?
A bit more, yeah.
A bit more like aggressive and a bit more...
He's finally got a purpose. He's not just coasting.
That would be Frank's then.
Smells kind of good, that would be Frank's. I'd definitely sleep in the truck.
Yeah. We'll take the sleeping bag and sleep on this bit, the flatbed.
But I mean, if she's not allowed to start a fire, it's freezing. And she's going to turn the light out as well. No, sorry.
The worst thing you could ever do is sleep on the grass with no pillow. My God, your head will look like flipping
Have you done that
cordyceps and that. Yeah, I have. Like one time I was locked. One time I was locked out my own house when I was young and no one was home, so I had to just wait and I just slept in the garden. I didn't sleep, but I just laid on the grass in the garden. And I woke, well, I guess I kind of knocked out for a bit. Or I didn't even notice. And next I knew, my head was like super itchy, like horrible.
Oh, like all the bugs had crawled.
It's like bugs had gone in my head and done something. Lucky they didn't lay eggs in my head or something.
There?
Probably like a few hours or something. I don't know, it must have been. Must have been mad. But yeah, after that I knew never to lay your head on the grass for a long period of time because stuff's going to get in it. You won't even realise.
You've gone and waited at a neighbour's house.
I think I was supposed to go to a neighbour's house actually at that time. But I just didn't know it.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
You dick.
Did you get that joke? No, you didn't.
Oh, babe, I know I'm a bit stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Proper dad joke, outstanding in
That's
his
why
field.
Joel got it.
No one's gonna find us.
No one's gonna find us.
Joel doesn't look so sure about that.
Yeah. That's why he slept in there, so they don't get... So they're hidden. It's not cordyceps he was worried about, it's worried about people.
Well, if you're in the middle of the field, you could see like all your enemies coming at you. If you're in the...
Not if you're
in here,
sleeping. They might sneak up on you.
I'm sure you learn to sleep with one eye open in this situation, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I look like when I wake up in the mornings.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
You don't like coffee?
I love the smell of coffee.
Yeah, it definitely smells nicer than it
The
tastes.
smell of coffee is amazing.
Coffee definitely smells nicer than it tastes, that's for sure.
I even think if you'd never smelled it before, I think you'd like it.
Probably.
Right?
It smells like burnt shit. What's his name?
Whose name?
Your brother.
Tommy.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Why isn't he with you?
Long story.
Is it longer than 25 hours? Because I think that's what we got.
Joel's thinking, or should I say Pedro's thinking, man, Baby Yoda was much better companion. Baby Yoda didn't speak at least. Yeah, he kept disappearing.
Yeah, but Baby Yoda kept eating those frogs, committing mass genocide with the tadpoles and that. She's just sassy. Oh my god, I love Baby Yoda.
Being in the army, it didn't make me feel much like a hero.
The opposite, I
12
bet.
years later, when Tommy meets Marlene, she talks me to joining the Fireflies to save the world.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on? I mean, you gotta try, right?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know.
Nice reply, Joel.
I'm going for family.
I'm not family.
No, cargo. And I made a promise to Tess, and she was like family.
Joel's for family, not for the world.
Is he Vin Diesel now or
funny.
something?
I will.
Family.
I'm
It's a
persistent.
good foreshadowing for what ends up happening.
You got up pretty early if you want to grab more sleep.
I'm not even tired.
That's me when we're about to watch a film.
Literally. And me.
I'm not tired, I promise I can stay awake, I promise.
Wow.
5 minutes later.
The tunnel. Nah, it can't be that bit.
I don't remember.
There was a bit, I think, after the giraffes, where you
Oh my god, yeah, we haven't
is
seen
it
the
the sewers or the
giraffes.
tunnel or something?
Are we not going to see the giraffes?
I don't know. See.
That's like my favourite bit in the game. I actually remember when we played that bit in the game and I was so excited. I was like, oh, it's a giraffe.
People were mad that apparently he didn't take Bill's guns, or at least a few of them.
Maybe he did, we just didn't see it.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
They couldn't waste, like, it was a 70-minute
I
episode.
mean, all they had to do is show like a 1 second clip of them going like that, and then cut.
But it was a 70-minute episode, like, they had to cut some stuff
They had
out.
to show more, Bill rolling around eating berries and that in the garden.
Don't hate, okay? Appreciate it for what it was. May not have been what the game was, but they made it their own. Also, you know, sometimes like game creators and writers, they have regrets. So when it's made again in a different media, they rectify it.
They rectify certain things, yeah.
So maybe one of his, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying maybe one of his regrets was, I'm really sad I didn't go all the way with that Bill story, you know, or that Bill and Frank story.
More when to expand on that.
Maybe I wish I'd done this. So when it actually came to the opportunity, they're like, okay, I'm going to rectify it.
Yeah.
Because you know J.K. Rowling, sorry to mention J.K. Rowling, apparently she had quite a few regrets when writing the Harry Potter books. There's things she wished she'd done.
As an author, you always would.
But she never used the films to rectify it. But maybe if she was going to do like a, I don't know, stage play or animation or something, she might change it.
Well, they're talking about remaking those films. I don't know if she'll be involved with this whole controversy. Look at the game.
They won't be allowed to remake it without her. She's got a say-so on every single thing Harry Potter.
But apparently she's not involved in the game, but maybe I guess she'll be involved.
I think they're just saying that.
You think she is involved with the game?
Yeah.
What's she even going to do? She probably doesn't even want to do anything with the game.
We have to go to this.
Why don't they want to go under the tunnel?
They can't, can they?
Oh.
It's blocked, right?
We can jog right around this tunnel.
What they do?
It said jog right around the tunnel.
Jog, as in physically jog.
I don't know.
Is
That a figure of speech? I don't know.
I think it's a figure of speech.
What the fuck is a highway?
I can't tell from this. I'm all turned around.
It's like the first time Joel swore in this whole thing.
We're in the second day in a fucking car, man. I mean, I think we're heading north. Stop. Is that the QZ? The fuck is Fedra?
Oh.
Please help.
No,
Hey,
Joel.
Ray's changed him.
Belt on.
Joel, don't
You gonna
stop.
help him?
No.
He's not even hurt. He didn't say it. Dave Ray's changed a black person in the game. That guy that goes, "Stop, please help," is a black guy. Cancel them, cancel HBO now. They Ray's changed a black person to a Chinese person. I guess to another minority it's okay, right? I don't know. I'm just joking. It's obviously a side character. No one cares. It's like literally a.
But you're right. They don't normally do that.
Ooh, that's more
This bit was
controversy.
annoying in the game.
Yeah, I remember this bit exactly. This is exactly where they were.
I remember playing this with you, and it was just. I remember it just being annoying, like not even fun, because I just was getting so frustrated that I couldn't run around and do it. Do you remember? I was getting so annoyed at it.
But yeah, this is interesting because I was like laughing, like joking, "Oh, the race changed the black person," but he's a bad guy. Maybe that's why the race changed him. But then again, they put an Asian guy in, so it's not like they made him white because they're afraid to make a black person be evil or something.
It's good and bad in everyone. Some people are just more upfront about it.
You see that hole? He's through.
Sully's not going to run out in the open like in a video game.
Once they go, you crawl to that wall and you squeeze
And
through.
then the
You don't
bad
come
guy
out
just
until I
conveniently
say,
ignore her.
okay?
Oh, look, his little accent's coming back now. Did you hear it? His southern accent.
Go!
She's not going to fit in there, is she? Oh, well done. Maybe she did. Imagine if she just walked straight into their like little evil clubhouse.
Did that happen in the game? I feel like it did somehow.
Why are they shouting, "You motherfucker, if you're going to shoot at someone, you've got to expect them to shoot back, right?"
Yeah.
He's going to get him one hit, surely.
I hate when they do that. Get upset when their friend's dead and you're the one who started it. What would she do if she walked out and Joel was dead?
She'd be fucked, wouldn't she?
Where would she go?
She'd literally, because she's got no, she doesn't know how to drive. She's got no idea, no way the road works.
Do your crazy fighting, Joel, that you do in the game.
Press X, press X!
Smash his head against
Square,
the wall.
square, square!
Ellie's trusts his knife. I loved sneak attacking with Ellie in the game when you get to control her. She was so nippy and he just like...
Because she's little, isn't it?
Yeah. Joel's gonna be mad at her now. Why have you got a gun? She's gonna do a call.
I'm gonna go home.
I don't know about Last of Us
It's
1.
okay, it's okay.
I can't remember if Last of Us 1 had it, but in Last of Us 2, there's loads of times where you can disarm someone or you beat them up to the point where they start going, please, please, don't kill me, and then you can walk off and they start trying to attack you anyway, so there's no choice, you just got to kill them anyway. But that's what this reminded me of. Because the game is like really violent, Last of Us 2.
Is it?
And yeah, and it's like, there's a whole like moral thing about how is all this violence and revenge worth it, you know, in the end, you know? And it makes you feel like you have the option to do like a non-violent route or something, but you don't, because no matter what you do, you have to kill those bad guys, otherwise they're going to kill you. Even if you try and spare them, you know? It's like a lot
of modding just to end up with the same result, right? Yeah. To be able to create every situation where a character can go, no, and then they're just going to end up dying anyway.
Yeah, like...
Seems like a bit of a waste of time. Maybe it's for those sickos that like to watch people struggle.
Yeah, it's a lot of editing, making the animation and all that, and then, it's kind of weird when you think about it. They might as well just let them never
it just
surrender.
Seems like a lot of effort if
you
only
can't actually make them surrender.
Yeah.
Mom isn't far. If you can get me to her.
Joe's going to kill him, isn't he?
Did she shoot him in the back?
We can be friends, I didn't know.
She shot him in the back, didn't she?
I think so.
She's probably perished his spinal cord.
Joel's gonna kill him, right? If Joel doesn't kill him, that's fake. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a good knife.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm finding this bit funny. It's a really serious bit.
No, I'm sorry, please. We could just talk. I'm sorry. Please, no.
Wow, they're showing Ellie having her heart for once. And she's not completely psychopathic in this version.
Ellie, I gotta get in there. I can't fit through.
Oh.
She doesn't like that, the whole killing the unarmed begging person.
That was like, I don't know why I was laughing because it's really serious, but
I'm okay.
he was literally just about to kill Joel. He was literally
got some food in
had a bar against his throat.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You don't feel like you would be as upset as Ellie is after what Joel did if you were her?
Oh, of course you would. Anybody would. She's not a soldier, is she? She's a little girl.
Yeah, she's a little girl. She doesn't understand.
But I mean, anybody would feel like that.
Yeah,
you know, anybody would feel like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah.
You know. But at the same time, the guy can't beg for his life. If you're prepared to strangle someone
and rob them
to
and
their
kill
last
people,
breath, you know, like you have to be.
It's kill or be killed out there.
I sound like such a bitch right now, but
no, it's
I'm talking about in this situation, in this apocalyptic situation. Like,
well, when they just tried to kill you.
Yeah, she was just defending Joe, innit? Like.
Got your light.
Why they give them these jackets? They should make them, because if they take the jackets off, that's their game clothes right there.
I guess because they're trying to be realistic.
Is it that cold?
I like that they made her cry.
Yeah.
I think that's really.
We needed that scene as well. We needed to see her more vulnerable side.
Yeah.
We needed that after the 3 episodes of her being a cocky shit and that.
Yeah, but I do think that's really realistic.
Yeah, it's good.
Because at the end of the day, she's still a child, isn't she? She still has no idea how the world really works outside the quarantine. So, and to see someone begging like that, the fact he said he couldn't feel his legs, she probably disrupted his spinal cord.
What else do you want me to say?
I don't know, the truth.
Rose.
Henry Burrell. You know where Henry is.
Rose was so mad in the 2.5 Men that it feels like this could actually be her in the apocalypse, like controlling all this shit and having all this power. Because Rose was really like, she was almost like a fucking agent in 2.5 Men.
She was psychopathic, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was psychopathic, but she was super intelligent and she was always one step ahead of everyone. Like, it feels like she could literally do this in the apocalypse. If you've seen 2.5 Men, that is.
I love 2.5 Men. Did you say she's a new character for this?
Yeah, she's not in the game, as far as I heard.
Never told them anything about your brother.
But Henry did.
Henry? Is that Henry and Sam Henry?
Where is it? You think I won't do it?
Can't remember any of Henry and Sam's storyline like they talk about in the game. I remember them and what Joel does with them, but I can't remember what they talk about. Maybe they mention something like this and they're showing it. Yeah, this might be Henry and Sam's backstory that maybe they mention in the game that we haven't seen.
Who's Henry again?
It's the black guy and his little brother. Do you remember them two?
I do remember them, yeah. Vaguely.
God, I don't want to spoil. I won't say anything more.
No, tell me what you're gonna say.
It's kind of a spoiler. Like, the story of Henry and Sam's just really sad. That's what I'm gonna say.
Did their mum die?
Just the story in general.
Oh.
That's what I'll say without spoiling.
I'm here.
God, they're already doing Abby stuff.
Rick!
Loaded. It's not a Fedra vehicle.
That's Tommy. I recognise his voice. The original Tommy from the game. Why don't they just cast him? He looks good as well. Why don't they just?
Because he wouldn't pass as Pedro Pascal's brother, would he?
Because
Unless
they
they
made
came
Joe
from
Hispanic. Yeah. I mean, Pedro
Unless they
Pascal,
had
like I said,
different,
Pedro Pascal can pass for white. He could just play the white dude.
They were
I
heavily
think he can, you see.
You don't think
I
so?
think it's quite obvious that he's got...
If Henry has a radio, maybe he found someone out there. Maybe he called these guys in. What if I had a doctor?
There's no chance.
Who are these guys? Fireflies. They're not Fedra, are they?
Do you know Rose would play a really good Trunchbull if they... I know they've just redone Matilda.
Yeah.
And they got someone really good to play the Trunchbull. But just
You
seeing
think
that role there with her marching along with her really serious face, she would have played a really good Miss Trunchbull. I don't even know her real name, I just call her Rose now.
Yeah.
Whenever she's in anything, she's just Rose.
This is Henry's work. Understand? And he won't stop until we stop him. Find every collaborator and kill them all.
Sounds weird because her voice is so soft. You know, to then hear her be like, kill them all.
This might sound controversial, or it might even offend you. Do you think women, and take out the fact that you're a woman and you want to just be like power to the ladies and that,
I'm a woman.
but do you think women in this post-apocalyptic world where there's no law, no order, nothing, that they would lead like giant militias and that? Like, don't you think the men will just start taking over everything because it's all about aggression and like the reason why women lead now?
I think that would happen in the beginning for sure. But I think as time went on and those men started to die out, I think the women would take over
Kind of like Game of Thrones.
And kind of like that's what happened in World War One and Two.
Yeah.
So the men would go off to war, and then the women who were normally homemakers used to stay at home.
Point, yeah.
They had to step into the male role, so they started working in the factories and doing like the mechanics jobs.
Yeah, so all the leader men probably died out early,
Yeah, I do think
in the
so.
first like 5 to 10 years,
yeah,
probably.
I do think so.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
And also, I still feel like, even if it was an apocalypse, I still feel like men still have this certain need to protect women and respect women, you know?
Yeah.
They still have this need to kind of put women on a pedestal a little bit. So I feel like a woman could lead a militia, or they could lead an army for sure, but not in the first year.
Instance. It'd be like special circumstances or something.
Because
maybe she could be like a daughter of someone.
Would originally.
She could have been like a daughter or even a wife of someone that was leading, and she would just take over because he died. Because that's still happened in Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is very patriarchal. All the men were leading.
Makes
then
sense.
they all went off to war. All the major characters died off, and then by the end of the and it happens in the books kind of as well. Yeah, at the end of Game of Thrones, the women took over basically, didn't they?
Yeah, the women were left because all the men had been killed off, and the only man left was Jon Snow, and he wanted to go and live beyond the wall.
Jesus, what the...
Trying to find Joel and Ellie.
Or who they've ever done it.
Yeah, Joel and Ellie.
They're not Fedra.
I fully thought Joel was just hiding a bunch of newspapers like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Great hiding place, Joel.
Are you okay?
I'm alright. Are you alright?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have had to, you know.
But you're glad I did, right?
You should know what it means. I know what it's like. First time that you hurt someone like that.
I wonder if he's killed someone before the outbreak.
I don't think a lot of people probably had.
I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
I mean, it was my fault. And I'm sorry.
It wasn't my first time.
I wonder who her first time was. I've forgotten. I'm sure she says that in the game too.
Is that how she knew how to reload the
Finger
gun
off
and
the
everything?
trigger. Squeezes down on the right. Got it? There you go. Okay.
She looks a little bit too happy pointing that gun towards Joel. This is a cool scene, I like it. He's like, if you're going to have a gun, you're going to do it right.
You put it in your pack. Shoot your damn ass off.
Finally, having some bonding moment and a little bit of chemistry. We were missing that for like 4 episodes, 3.5 episodes.
I don't think it's the acting, it's the actors or the actress. I think it's the way they've been written.
Well, they've turned Joel into Ellie and Ellie into Joel, because Ellie's kind of more angry in this, whereas she was angry in the original game, but she was also soft and like curious. In this, Joel, in the original game, Joel was super angry and like didn't take no shit and was always barking orders. In this, he's more passive and more like where Ellie was the more passive one in the game. You know, she still had a, don't get me wrong, she still had like, you know, spice to her in the game, but they just gave her all spice in this one.
Yeah.
You know.
But you're right, they're lacking a bit of chemistry.
Yeah.
But that was a good scene and very realistic, because that's the sort of thing like my dad would have done with me.
Yeah.
Like, if he's like, oh, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right then, you know? Like, none of this, you're going to do it the right way to do it, you know? So that's quite a realistic...
Not this weird federal way.
You know? Like when we were kids, and if he's like, if you're going to punch like, if you're going to punch, then punch like this, you know?
I know.
So it's very realistic. I liked that scene. And you're starting to see her as a bit more childlike, which you're supposed to see her as, aren't you?
No sign of them.
Someone's been chilling up there. There's a bunch of cans. How many Superman pictures are you going to draw?
Maybe that's the only character that person knows.
Henry won't let Sam starve.
Yeah, definitely Henry and Sam.
So why is she after Henry and Sam?
I think Henry did something, killed someone or hurt someone that she knew or something like that. Or husband, maybe? I can't remember what she said.
Her brother.
Her brother, that's it. Henry hurt her brother or something. Man, I think I have to play the game after all this, man. Oh my god, this is like the college bit. See, this bit where it looks like, I think it happens before, around the time when Joel's with Bill. I think Bill might even be there. There's a big blow-up.
Fuck! Seal off the building for now.
Worried to be without me, huh?
By now, Wyoming.
Yeah. Walked in and out.
I'll take a look.
So Rose and that's left, isn't it? Rose and real Tommy.
We're going up 42 flights.
45.
I don't know if you're going to do this boss fight with that little thing. Jesus.
I don't feel like it's going to end. We're not going to see...
The bloater.
Yeah.
Better not. After last episode, we need some action. Right?
All's fair in love and war, baby.
How did you know it was an ambush?
I've been on both sides.
These lines are from the game.
And the people we were with.
Why is Joel out of breath?
They're climbing the stairs. Loads of stairs.
I know, but he's not old.
33 floors, that's good.
It's gonna have to be.
He's dead.
Get up, you lazy ass.
56 years old, you little shit.
Oh, he's 56.
Yeah, he's old.
Okay, I beg your pardon. I thought he was younger than that.
So he really was 36 or 30, what?
36 from the apocalypse.
Yeah, but he said he was 36. We thought he was joking. I don't know why they aged him up so much, because in the original he was 29 or 28 when he had Sarah. Well, not when he had Sarah, but before the apocalypse started. And then 20 years later he was 40. 40.
Maybe if he was that age when the apocalypse happened, he would have had to have Sarah really young.
He did have Sarah young in the game, but probably why he couldn't be with his wife. Couldn't look after her.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Are you sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Barricade the door, Joel. You still do the glass thing, but...
This is not the time for the bloater to come in, is it? When they're sleeping or trying to get comfy and that.
Is that what happens?
No, this doesn't happen in that game.
What's a bloater?
Those big, disgusting things.
When we were talking about her, what did you mean it wasn't your first time?
I don't want to talk about it. The reason I asked whether you'd hear the glass or not is because I've noticed you don't hear too well from your right side.
It's a cool little thing. You know, in games, all these people have really good hearing, but
Did you know diarrhea
they
is
pop guns off like, you know, there's no tomorrow.
It's funny because one of Joel's special abilities is his hearing. Like if you hold the button down, the sneak button, he starts listening really intensely, and then you can see where people are, which is ironic.
A little tongue in cheek.
What, like ironic Easter egg where they do the opposite of what Joel's special ability.
In real life, he's not going to have super bionic hearing.
It's not super bionic. It's just like a visual way to show that Joel's trying to listen. You know.
Yeah.
But
so it seems like a very tongue in cheek.
Could be.
Let's take the piss out of the fact that Joel's bionic in the game.
He's got bionic hearing.
And can see through walls, hear through walls.
It runs in your genes.
It runs in your genes.
What was the joke? What was the initial question?
Did you know that diarrhea is hereditary?
Oh,
It runs in your genes.
You laughed, motherfucker.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
Jesus, I'm losing it.
You're losing it big time.
You like that one, didn't he? Tickled him.
what was the dad jokes?
Well, he's technically a dad.
Joel. Joel!
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
I presume that's Henry and Sam.
In the game, Joel's weighing Henry's face in when they... he almost kills him when they first see them.
Maybe in the next episode you're going to see Joel get up and disarm both of them.
Yeah, nearly kills Henry. So what did you think? Good? Bad? Okay? I thought we were going to see a bloat of that episode, man. Damn.
Yeah, it's good.
It's alright.
The story hasn't advanced much, but I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. It is alright.
I yawned right now, but that doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I feel like it was finally starting to see them bond a little bit and have a bit of chemistry. Yeah, it's good.
I thought a lot more would happen though.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's quite nice just to absorb the world, you know? Quite often in these shows, like Walking Dead and stuff, it moves so fast you don't get a chance to really be like, how creepy is that? Or how freaky is that? So it's quite nice that it's a slow pace. But I'm still finding myself enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not pissing off in my head to somewhere else.
Yeah.
It has my attention the whole time.
It's decent. It's alright so far.
And they're showing Ellie a little bit more vulnerable now, which is good because
we needed that.
Let's not forget she is actually a child.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And a little bit of Game Joel starting to come through in Pedro Pascal. Yeah, it's good.
We'll see what they do with Henry and Sam next episode. Maybe all four of them fights that bloater then, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Not much to say there. That's our reaction to episode 4, The Last of Us. If you liked it, please give us a like.
How many
subscribe.
episodes is there going to be? How many episodes is there going to be? Is it 10 or 8?
I think it's 8 or 9 or something like that.
9, it seems so weird. 9 episodes.
Why is that weird?
It's not a round number.
Yeah, there's a lot of series.
Should be 8 or 10, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Karen, sorry, finish your outro. I interrupted you.
Yeah, so if you liked it, please give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and let us know what you guys think of the episode in the comments below. And we'll see you next week for episode 5. Peace.